Good morning, September 16th, 2023, 11 a.m. The Saturday edition, I called it Fix Windows Club Livestream 916. I have the audio muted for you so I can get an audio check. And yes, my audio is coming through over YouTube. And I'll go look at the chat room. The Zoom session is open and available right now. William Dawson is there having a party on us all by himself. He has party favors with him, whatever that means. Tony Wallow with a $1.99 super chat. Thank you, Tony. And he says, good morning. And then Rick Lakes also with a super chat. Thank you, Rick. $10 super chat. And he says, hello. I'll start here at the top. Brian Lightfoot starts with cheers, everybody. And that's reference to the trailer that played this morning, which included the Cheers theme song and their music video. Is it fair to call that a music video? Ken Stout Live, everybody knows your name, well, except mine, of course. Yeah, the thing is that he hides behind this his stage name of Ken Stout Live. We don't really know what his real name is because he uses this nondescript stage name of Ken Stout Live. I'm wondering who he really is. Tony Wallow, thank you for the thumbs up. I'm going to put the watch on the table so that the phone will ring if you text me again. And Tony Wallow super chat there already mentioned. And Darren Gilholm says, hi, William Dawson to Darren. How are you doing? Rick Lake says hello to a few people. William Dawson says hellos. Dennis says, just got new glasses. Most things are out of focus. Internet says I cannot go back to my old prescription during the adjustment period. Fortnight tonight, I will probably need to be carried. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I'm needing to go get my eyes checked, and I'm probably going to wind up with a new prescription. I did not know that when you get your new glasses, I thought you put them on and you're instantly clear. I wasn't aware that things are out of focus. Maybe I'm not far enough along in my experience with prescription glasses. Rick Lakes, Jonathan Rick Lakes with the super chat there that we mentioned earlier. Ida Rivera, hello, good to see you. Jonathan, Selden Ball with a weather report. And people saying hello to each other. Selden Ball, Arnold, Albert, hello, good to see you. Ken Stout to Jonathan, hello, how are you? Long time I am not, what? How are you? Long time I am not here. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Is the screen with the revolving circle or is my internet? Is the screen with the revolving circle? I guess Ida has a refresh circle going. It looks okay to me. My XSplit is showing 0 dropped frames. Click over here. Is anybody else having troubles? Oh, that just jumped on me. Here we go. Lots of empty slots. Yes, lots of empty slots on the topics today. Go take a peek at that over. I don't want to do that. I guess I got to scroll down. I don't know where it is. That's supposed to have. Okay, I'm gonna just duplicate that tab and go get the list over here. Yeah, lots of empty slots. Now, Tim Cruz, his email that came in this morning, this might take up quite a lot of time, or it might be a quick, easy solution. Not sure on that yet. We're going to have to get some more detail from him than what I got on the email. He gave lots of detail on the email, but I'm not quite sure what the question is. Zvi Minor, hello, Speedy C, LOL. Oh, and there's a link in the description to a document that would be useful for those of you with the technical minds. You might be interested in that. Speedy C, Rick, LOL. Who is he really? LOL. Yeah, obviously his name's not Ken Stout Live. Don't know what it is. Ran Israel. Lawn Dog, John Aloy Sr., good to see you from Virginia. Stop using the scroll wheel, Doug. Jonathan, people saying hello. Dennis, hello all. I think these glasses are progressives. That might be the cause of the focus. Yes, I had progressives. I tried progressives. Last time I got prescription. I bought progressive. I went back within a couple weeks and said, I don't like these. Please give me a regular line bifocal, because progressive, it's all blurred. There's this big area in the middle that's blurry. So you got to look out over the top, or you got to look out over the bottom. Looking out over the middle is just blurry. Kinsat Live, the long time I am not here is in reference to the fact that I have not been able to join in a while, and I'm here today, by the way, for 3 easy payments. That's right, he hasn't been available on Saturdays. He's oftentimes been traveling on Saturdays. He says he can reveal his real name. He's willing to do that. Maybe even he'll turn his camera on one of these days. So camera shy. Speedy C, Ran Israel, Lawn Dog, Greg M. used progressive lenses for decades. William Dawson, I am caught up, so let's go say hello to the people in chat. Rick Lake's alive and well. Looks like we have 2 in Zoom now. Did I say let's check in with chat? I meant Zoom. Okay, don't speak up yet. I'm bringing you on camera. Then I got to make some adjustments. And so be ready to mute your YouTube audio. I'm turning on my microphone if I can figure out which one it is. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's already on. I got to change my speakers so that I can hear you there. Unmute my microphone. You can hear me now. Turn on my camera so you can see me now. And then I've got to unmute you for YouTube so they can hear you. So there we are. Hello, William Dawson.
Hello, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
And is that Bobby Warren saying hello there?
Yes.
Okay, welcome aboard. I just don't like that. I did not check that camera. I have to do that through Logitech, Logicam, something like that. L-O-G-I, a Logitune. See if I can adjust that here. Now, the interesting thing is it won't let me see the camera here, but I can make image adjustments. For white balance, it shows 533. So that's probably enough, just the fact that I opened that. And then come back here. Yes, now the coloring is better. Hello, Tim Cruz.
Hello, DougBetts. How are you doing this morning? Or this
good.
afternoon, I should say.
It's morning for me. It's afternoon for you, probably.
You got my email, right?
I did, and you're on the list of topics. Did you see that?
Oh, I saw that. I know I haven't seen that yet. Did you update it on the description already?
I did. I did that within
I wanted you to. I mean, I really wanted you to help me out with this, and if you get it working, I'll be so satisfied, and so I was so grateful for it, and I would even give you a little donation or something. I know you don't accept it, but I mean, if you want, it's up to you. I just figured because this is really something I'm harping about, and I want to see how it's gonna perform on my phone and what the speeds are gonna be and all that good stuff.
All right. Well, I do accept contributions. I don't require it or request it.
When I get it in the end of the month sometime, okay?
All right,
next
that's
month,
fine.
somewhere around there.
No
okay.
sweat. All right, so let's go and take a look the way I put it in the description. I said, Tim Cruz cell booster via internet router, assistance needed, and there's a link in there in the description. And let me go bring people up to speed with your email that you sent in this morning. Because there is more to explaining the question and the issue. And then I'm going to ask you more very specific questions. Let's see, I'm checking to make sure we don't have anything private in that. We do not. So here's the email. Hey, DougBetts, I need help with my new Yogia Lenovo laptop. Yogia? I have no idea how they pronounce that. Let me read through this first before you start adding more, Tim. From Tim Cruz. Could anyone please help me with the cell booster? I'm trying to get it to work. I'm sharing internet connection via Wi-Fi to internet port. I think that meant Ethernet port. Is that correct, Tim? Did you mean Ethernet port?
Yes, that's correct. I
Okay.
didn't know how to spell it. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Because that could be interpreted as either internet misspelling or Ethernet misspelling. I think it was an Ethernet misspelling, so that's fine. Wi-Fi to Ethernet port. I got it working on my old laptop, but I'm still trying to figure it out on my new laptop called a Yogia. These are the adapters I have for the new laptop that I bought from Lenovo website under accessories. If you could please be a problem solver. I got amazing speeds on my old laptop with the cell booster, so I know for sure that it works. I was so shocked when all the lights turned white after I did a bridge, but you can do it however you want on my new laptop. Now, this link right here is what I put into the description of this video. And then here's the photos that he gave us. I'm going to show these photos. So here's showing connections to the laptop. Going to the next photo. Here's he's showing an Ethernet adapter plugged into a USB port and this yellow Ethernet cable connected to that Ethernet adapter. And then this is a picture of the AT&T device that I think we see better in another picture, but there's a model number, SS2F11 or II, Femtocell, FEMTOCEL, multiband, SOHO. There's a serial number, SKU number, and a Nokia brand name. And the next photo, I think, is all the same. It's just a little bit out of focus. So we'll skip past that one. Here he's showing the Ethernet adapter from Belkin. And then here's the AT&T device. So this is the cell booster. Zooming in here, we see a power light on, internet light, status light on, a GPS light off, and a 4G LTE light off. Then let's go bring up that, what do I want to get it? Get it from here, bring up this document. AT&T Cell Booster and AT&T Cell Booster Pro broadband connectivity configuration requirements. So this is how you're supposed to configure it. As is a theme for me, I am confused. It looks like you're expecting the cell booster to improve your laptop speed on the internet, but the way I'm understanding the cell booster is it should be used to improve your cell phone's reception within your home. And I don't understand why you're connecting it to your laptop at all. My understanding, this should connect to your internet router. So, Tim, can you provide any clarification there?
What I want to try to do is improve my speed for my cell phone, and I'm trying to share Viva internet port, my Wi-Fi connection that's on my laptop through my internet port onto the cell booster. I got it working properly on my old laptop. I'm trying to figure it out and get it set up properly on my new laptop. I watched some YouTube tutorials.
I think I might have an idea what's going on now. Are you not able to connect this cell booster directly to the internet router that you're connecting to?
Correct, that's correct. Because my mom told me flat out, no, that's why I'm doing it this other way. I'm not connecting directly to the router. I asked her first thing when I got it. She said, no, I'm not connecting to the router, and that I don't want it in my room. And just that's why the whole issue is. That's why she don't want me doing that and connecting to the router specifically. And that would have been already problem solved. But that's the only thing. But I got to work in all that though, so that was a good sign. It works, so that's a good sign.
You got it working with your old laptop, is what you're saying?
Yes, by watching tutorials on YouTube and doing IP and configurations and all that. Now we just got to get the port forwarding and all that stuff for the way it's on the PDF, get it working on my laptop, whatever we got to shut off, whatever we got to turn off, the DCHP or however you call it, stuff like that. It's all on the PDF, stuff like that. I know you know more about that than I do, so I'll let you take over the computer.
Okay, so let me explain to the audience what I think.
Nice shirt, by the way. I like your shirt.
Okay, thank you. Let me explain to the audience what I think we're doing here. Since you're not being allowed to connect this device directly to your router, you are sharing your internet from your laptop, which is connected to the router via Wi-Fi. And that I can see how that can work, but we may have to do some kind of hybrid futzing to make this work, because
Right.
the router is supposed to do a port forwarding to this cell booster, and we've got to accomplish that same functionality through your laptop to this cell booster. Interesting. Okay.
And I don't think you ever done this before, right? Though it's
No.
something new to learn for the next person that has an issue like this.
Yeah, who's going to place bets on whether I'm ever going to come across somebody else wanting this configuration? I don't know about that.
I'm really shocked that I got it to work on my own laptop, so that's pretty a plus side. So that was a good sign.
Wow.
It's good.
All of a sudden, I'm feeling a little nauseous.
Uh,
Yeah, me too, Doug. Me too.
Yeah, this is not a joke. I'm actually not feeling well.
Oh no, I hope you're okay, Doug.
I see easier way of doing it, but it involves one thing.
Go ahead and give your
repeater, that Wi-Fi reception, and that Ethernet port on it. It gives a remote Ethernet ports.
And I got two adapters. The black one, which is the Bell Link, that one's a Thunderbolt adapter. I don't know if that'll be faster, or the USB through they're both gigabyte, or they'll be whatever one will be faster, USB or the Thunderbolt. That's the one. I don't know which one to use, but I got both of them.
Yeah, I had to just step away for a minute. Okay.
I hope you're okay, Doug.
Yeah, I heard you say that. Hang on, let me get through this. All right. Jim says, I'm out. Another project needs my attention. All right. See you later, Jim. Live and well, who was that? What kind of laptop yoga? Brand new or refurbished as far as the laptop's concerned. Is this the replacement laptop from Lenovo?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, all right. I don't think the laptop is going to be specific in regards to this configuration. Hello, Ryan. Greg M. So this puts your cell over the broadband. Yeah, I think it does. I think it's using broadband to essentially become your own cell phone tower in the house, which is also kind of intriguing. Because does that mean anybody in your house might be connecting to this device instead of a cell phone tower? That's a little bit scary, actually, as in the potential for a man-in-the-middle attack. Greg M says, right, that's how it's supposed to work via the router. But I think it could work off of the sharing an internet connection. In fact, it did previously work. Now, Tim, the reason why you're saying that you had it working on the old laptop is because when you plugged it in, you got a stronger cell phone signal from your cell phone. Is that right?
Correct. They got full bars, so 4G LTE signal. And I heard there's a new update they're doing to these cell boosters that's gonna open up some more bands, stuff like that. I heard from a YouTuber, and you can see a link to that video you want to watch it. It's up to you.
Okay, no, we're gonna pass on that for now. John Williams, hope you have a nice weekend. Sorry about being late. I usually get, let's see, Tim's got a comment in here. I usually get 97 megabits per second and 10 or 11 up. Why not just use wireless on the cell phone? Well, that's well, okay. What you're saying there is that the cell phones have the capability of using Wi-Fi for placing and receiving phone calls. So that would be a configuration on the cell phone itself. That's from Wintermute. Seldom ball, maybe I missed something. Can't the repeater connect to Wi-Fi itself instead of routing through the laptop? No, the repeater has a Ethernet connection. It doesn't have the capability built into it to connect to a Wi-Fi, unless this document says that it does, but I don't think it does. Here's the document. Let's zoom that in a little bit. Because the wide variety of network configurations, local broadband, DHCP set on. Let's see, it's broadband connectivity requirements. Require customer to provide direct internet broadband connection for connectivity. The required bandwidth depends upon number of simultaneous users. I'm looking to see if they say in here that it requires the Ethernet connection rather than can it be configured to connect through Wi-Fi to the router. Installations where a static IP of IP address is desired using MAC binding. Okay, so DHCP is on. Note, for installations where a static assignment of an IP address is desired. Okay, so they're not requiring a static IP address. DHCP is fine. Public DNS is reachable. Fine. MTU set for 1500 or higher. MAC address filtering is probably turned off on their home router. IPsec pass-through is enabled. I think that's the default. And block fragment packets is disabled. I think that's the default too, but I'm not sure. If using multiple routers, cell booster must be connected to the first router. Not going to worry about that. Port configuration. Let's see. Installing a cell booster behind a firewall or router with firewall capabilities requires the following port settings. Giving some specific port settings, but we're not looking to do that here, although it might mean adjustments we have to make on the laptop. What I'm looking for in here is does it say in here that it requires an Ethernet connection? Does it say that Wi-Fi is available? Unimpeded inbound, outbound traffic on UDP ports 400 and 4500, 500 and 4500, yada, yada, yada. Technobabble. If the local network has a firewall with specific IP addresses allowed to pass through, the following addresses must be allowed to pass. Fully qualified domain names. These are the IP addresses that AT&T is using. We have to allow those to pass using UDP port 123. IPsec addresses. Technobabble. Bunch of fully qualified domain names that have to be allowed to pass through. No comment in there about whether the device can be configured to use Wi-Fi. Let's go back and look at the photo again. Oh, over here. That's the computer. There's a label on the device, the Ethernet port, and here's the device. And looking again at these lights. So there's no Wi-Fi light here, which tells me that this device cannot connect to Wi-Fi. It recognizes that it is connected to internet currently through the Ethernet connection. Now, the reason why you're saying it's not working now is because you're not getting 4 bars on your cell phone, correct?
Correct. That's correct. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm getting only 2 bars.
All right. And I would think that your cell phone should automatically connect to it if it's seeing the device available. Greg M. Saying, why do you need to use a cell phone booster? Is the cell signal weak or non-existent? Well, I'm guessing that's going to be a quick and easy yes. You want to go ahead and answer that, Tim? Why do you need a cell booster? How many bars do you get without it? You're muted right now, Tim.
I got 2 bars of 4GLT right now.
Yeah.
That's why I need this. And they told me, AT&T told me there's limited indoor coverage in my area, indoors.
Yeah. So did they send you this cell booster free?
Yes, they did. Yep, for free.
Yeah.
It's a $200 a pop. I actually got an extra one, so I got 2 of them actually. The one I got and the other one. One was for Ward, the other one was from the it was from whatever you call it, the head honchos from the headquarters in Texas.
All right. All right. And you did actually already answer that question in chat. Got that. Rick, I get 1 bar in my apartment, less than that most of the time. Okay, so let's contemplate. Yeah, let's get connected remotely to your computer. Do we already have an icon on the desktop called DougBetts Remote?
No, not on this laptop. No, this will be the first time we connect to my new laptop, so you can look at it and check it out and see what you think of it.
All right, let's have you go to the website logmein123.com and we'll do the code method. You should get a prompt that's asking you for a 6-digit code.
Yes, it is actually. I'm ready for the 6-digit code, Doug.
475152.
Okay, it's downloading now.
In my house, I get 3 to 4 bars.
Okay.
Yes, and
that doesn't actually help us for Tim's issue.
yeah.
Here we got Tim coming up on remote. Let's see, this is Windows 11. Tim, you might know offhand better than I do. Can you take us to the screen that shows you have internet sharing turned on?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Because I never set that up with my clients. Okay.
Right now it's not connected. I was wondering, should we use the Thunderbolt or the regular USB? Which one do you think would be faster, Doug?
Oh, I don't think that either one of those is going to be a bottleneck. You have a Thunderbolt and you have a USB. I don't think the Thunderbolt is going to help you here for that network connection. So you have an adapt. Yeah, let's use the Thunderbolt one.
Okay, I will. Let me connect it right now.
Okay. I am looking at chat. Bobby gets 3 or 4 bars. Ken said I get no bars in my house. Have to go to a corner bar. Rick Lakes, that's with me standing next to my router. Ida, hey, that sounds like something you say to Mrs. K. Hey, Ken, are you hopping onto Zoom? And Ken says, usual time. I guess, is he talking about his usual broadcast time for Zoom? I think Bobby is asking if Ken's coming into this Zoom session for my show. If Ken wants to go slumming this afternoon.
Okay, he's connected now, Doug.
All right, let's bring that up here. Identifying Ethernet. So, all right. So you've got a Wi-Fi signal coming to your laptop from your Wi-Fi router in the building, and we're connecting Ethernet to the internet port on this cell booster device. Okay. So it shows us identifying. Your computer's trying to get a DHCP address from that device, and that's not going to work because
now
it's not. Yeah, it's not a DHCP device. So which port on the cell booster are you connecting to? Is the port labeled on the cell booster?
Yes, it is. I'll show you.
Okay,
It's the yellow one.
I see 2 Ethernet ports there, but I can't see if they're labeled. Is there any wording on those?
The first one is WAN, and the other one, second one is LAN.
So the left one is
WAN.
Okay, good. That's what we want it to be connected to. And it's going to
Right, that's right.
That device is going to be trying to pick up a DHCP address from your laptop, which isn't going to provide that. But if we have internet sharing from your Wi-Fi on your laptop to that Ethernet port, then the cell booster should be able to pick up an IP address from your router. So here's your, let's see, I got to get the right mouse.
The way I got it to work before was I had to manually put an IP address. Because before, if I put it set as automatic, it wasn't going to work like that. So that's just to let you know about that.
Yeah, that sounds likely. Hey, Ken Stout did come in. Look at that. He's slumming today.
Welcoming Ken Stout.
Hello, Ken.
Audio check, please.
Yes, Ken, I hear you.
Yes, Ken, we can hear you loud and clear.
Cool. I can hear you guys. I'm here.
All right. You seem a little immobile today. Like you're stuck, you're frozen, your camera's not showing video like cameras normally do.
Oh,
but that's right. I said your camera.
Screen. Okay, hang on.
I told everyone that your camera's shy, so that's okay. Oh, there he is. He's out golfing. Of course he is. And this must be his new motorized golf cart that he's sitting in right now.
That is correct.
All right.
Comes complete with a cup of coffee.
Well done.
I thought I muted my YouTube. Let me check my YouTube.
All right. Internet sharing having
used it since
Windows 95. What is your bad?
My YouTube wasn't fully muted.
Oh, I didn't.
Only a trained professional would have picked up that slight audio.
I didn't hear it at all.
I'm a trained professional.
All right.
Continue.
Wintermute says some resources for cell booster.
I sent you an email to try to get on the Zoom, homies.
Oystein says, LOL. Greg M, don't drive on the greens. The greenkeepers will chase after you. I'm really good at that typo, correcting on the fly. Let's see what this document is that Wintermute gave us. Key feature security settings. Well, let's go ahead with what I'm thinking a valid approach is going to be. So here we got his Wi-Fi connection from his laptop to the Wi-Fi signal, got 4 bars of strength. This Ethernet adapter, we want to give a static IP address to that device that's connected out there, but we're going to have to give it a static IP address. That would make sense. So what we're going to have to do, I think, is connect to a LAN port on that cell booster and get into a management interface on that cell booster so that we can configure a static IP address on it that is compatible with the IP network that Tim's laptop is on. Now, you said though this device was already working with your old laptop, is that correct?
Yes, it was with the LAN, but if you want to do it that way, we can.
No, stay with me on my questioning here.
Okay.
This is not a new device. This is the exact device that used to be connected to your old laptop and it was working. Right?
Yes, but it was my other cell booster, but it was the same cell booster though.
No, we're not. I'm not asking if it's the same model. Is it the exact same physical device?
Yes.
Okay, this is not a different device. So
Okay.
this is the device that already has a static IP address configured, right?
Right, I believe so, yes.
All right, when you say I believe so, that sounds a little flaky. How is it that
it's the device that I got it working. I got a static IP from when I looked up YouTube videos and I found out I
Okay.
just used whatever they used and then it worked. So that's
Okay.
one way you could go if you want.
Okay. Now I'm suspecting that
So
what you
it's a
mean.
manual IP static, I mean.
Yeah. Now what I'm understanding that to mean is that you connected to a management screen for that device and told it what IP address you wanted
No,
to
I did it
use.
on the internet port connection and through the bridge. I did it on my laptop. I didn't do it on the subbooster itself.
You didn't do it on the what?
Are you saying that I configured the settings over the internet port and over the bridge over my like on the network settings, the network connection?
Okay, you're kind of mixing. You're not giving me a straight, simple sentence. You're kind of mashing a bunch of words in there together. I'm not understanding what you're saying, and I'm not sure that when you say bridge, I'm thinking the same thing that you're describing. So you did this configuration on using your old laptop. Can you show me something about where
Yes.
you went to do that?
Yeah, I went through here. I'll show you.
I'm showing your computer now. Okay, this
IPv4.
okay. All right, I see. Okay, I'm with you here. All right. You're configuring a static IP address on this Ethernet adapter that's compatible with the internet port on the cell booster. Okay. My thinking is redirected here now. Do you remember what IP address you used? Long delay there with no. You're muted, Tim. If you're trying to talk.
I'm here now. What you say, Doug?
Yeah. Do you remember what IP address that you used?
No, I don't remember, but we could use. I don't remember, no, to be honest, but we could use however you want, whichever one you want to use. Maybe the one for the Wi-Fi, the Spectrum, or however, whatever. As long as we get it to work, I'll be satisfied.
Okay.
I don't quite remember. I used one from YouTube and it just worked. So I don't know how you want to go about going that route. However you want to do it.
All right. Let me think this through and display some things. So I'm going to bring up a command prompt, get the right keyboard and mouse. Command prompt on your laptop and see what IP address is set for your laptop. for its Wi-Fi connection. Wireless LAN is 192.168.1.46. So I'm wondering if it's going to be as simple as now. This would be, your laptop would actually be functioning as a bridge. Can we set that Ethernet port 192.168.1.230? I'm gonna have to tell it that it's a bridge somehow, though, I think. This is a little weird. Yeah, Ran Israel says that won't work. Greg M is saying 192.168.1.200. That's the same thing that I'm thinking along those lines. If you bridge both adapters, they'll share the same IP address from the router. Share the same IP address from the router. Zvi Manor says, I think to make negotiation between the PC to the booster, need to connect to the LAN port. I would think that this, since it's a cell booster, it's not trying to operate just as a network switch. I would think that the cell booster is going to be trying to receive signal from the internet port and broadcast that as a cellular signal. Although, if it receives, if we connect to a LAN port, it should be able to connect to the internet, and that might work. That might work, but I wonder if there's some instructions about this kind of offbeat configuration. The cell booster would send all traffic out the WAN port. Yeah, maybe we don't want that. Ran Israel, is there a connection diagram available in the booster's manual? Well, here's what we've got as far as a booster's manual. This is intriguing. Now, since you found a YouTube video that showed how to do this, I'm suspecting that this might not be a documented configuration. This is all about firewall, and I think there's some port forwarding stuff in here. So it's not network configuration stuff. Could it be as simple as connect? When it was working on your old laptop, were you connecting, you were using an Ethernet adapter like we're doing now?
Yes.
And were you connecting to the LAN port or the WAN port of the cell booster?
The WAN port, not the yellow port.
Okay, I'm
The
not
WAN port. There's a yellow port and there's a gray port on the back of the booster.
Okay, well, I don't remember the colors, and I'm not sure if you're saying WAN with
The
a
WAN WLAN.
WLAN. Okay.
Yes.
Does it say WLAN or does it say WAN?
Let me go double check. Let me go see.
Because WLAN is wireless LAN, WAN is wide area network.
No, it's WAN. WAN. I meant to say WAN.
WAN. Okay. So
Yes.
you said that you were connecting to the WAN port on your old laptop to get it to work. All right.
Yes.
That is wrong. You want to connect to the LAN port.
Well, I'm gonna put a little bit of a dubious input from you on that, Alex, because he had it working on the WAN port, and you can't just come in and say that that's wrong without some more substantiation. I understand where you're coming from, Alex, to suspect that. And hello, Alex.
Hello, Doug. I apologize.
All right. Yeah, let's go a little bit further with this. It doesn't really matter if we just try a couple things. We can do a little sledgehammer work at this. Let's try the 192.168.200 and see if we get lucky. I'd like to move this over here so I can see it. Use the following IP address: 192.168.1.200. 192.168.1.1.
If it is a cell boost or cell repeater, it makes sense to me that he would not even connect anything to the WAN port and would only connect to the LAN port because it would be getting its signal from the cell tower.
No. This you're thinking of a cell booster that is taking a signal from a cell tower and boosting it. What this, as I understand it, this is different. This is receiving cellular signals that AT&T is sending out over the internet. So you don't even need to have a cell phone tower nearby. You don't have to have a cell phone tower at all in your area. That you're just receiving the signal through the internet, and you're becoming your own cell tower with this device. That's the way I'm understanding this to be. It's not a repeater. And I think them using the word booster kind of is a little bit, makes us technicians kind of open to either way. And I'm, yeah, I understand what you're thinking, Alex, and I'm with you in a sense, but I'm not sure which way this actually works.
AT&T used to have these things called micro cells. I don't know if they do anymore. Therefore, if you've got a really bad cell phone signal, it would boost it, but it still has to be able to connect to the cell phone tower to begin with.
Yeah, well, my impression from looking at this manual is that this is
an access point.
Yeah, access point. We use that word in Wi-Fi, but I'm understanding this that AT&T is sending cell phone signals out over the internet, and that this device can broadcast those signals that are coming to it from the WAN port over the internet, and you're actually becoming your own cell booster. You don't have to have a cell phone tower within 500 miles for that to work, if I'm understanding this correct. What's your DNS? Oh, 1 and 2. All right. So if this works, the recognition is going to be that you're going to get more bars on your cell phone. And the only way that this could work is if that AT&T Cell Booster is defaulting to an IP address that is on this 192.168.1 network, and we don't know that. We don't know what its WAN port defaults to. Its WAN port should be trying to get a DHCP address from a router. So we need, by putting in this static IP address of the Ethernet port on this LAN adapter, that doesn't assign an IP address to the device that's on the other end of that Ethernet. So that doesn't seem like that's going to work. Sharing the internet connection to that port does make sense. Now, I asked you to show me where you were sharing your Wi-Fi connection to your Ethernet port, and I did not see you take us there. Here's sharing. Internet connection sharing. Allow other network users to connect through the computer's internet connection. That's what we need. Allow other network users to control or disable the shared internet connection. Other network users to control or disable the shared. I haven't done any of this.
You want to uncheck that. You shouldn't need that. I just did this the other day when I had somebody's computer in for repair, because I connected their computer to my computer because I got 2 Ethernet ports.
All right. So you're liking this setting here, Alex?
I'm just saying that one checkbox you can uncheck, but yeah, it sounds like
Yeah. All right.
that setting is what you need.
Okay, here, this is interesting. When internet connection sharing is enabled, your LAN adapter will be set to use IP address 192.168.137.1. Your computer may lose connectivity with other computers on your network. That's okay through this Ethernet adapter port. Wait a minute, am I on the right one? No, I'm on Wi-Fi properties. I'm on Wi-Fi properties. I'm on the wrong thing.
The way it worked on my computer is my main Ethernet adapter that is connected to my actual router still maintained its same IP address that it's always had, but the other adapter that I was plugging in from my computer to my customer's computer was given an IP in the range of in that 137.
All right.
192.168.137 dot whatever.
All right, here, this is interesting. We got there's this Ethernet port has a bridge driver, and I don't think we want this static IP address there. Because if this is a, bridge. I have done bridges before, but not often enough to remember it very well. Allow other network users to connect, remove this check mark, close that. I'm kind of doing a little sledgehammer here. I'm going to bring up chat on another screen here and see what you...
So are we trying to take his Ethernet and convert it and share it over Wi-Fi, or are we taking his Wi-Fi and trying to share it over Ethernet?
We're taking his Wi-Fi and sharing it over an Ethernet adapter connected to his laptop. Now, I've got a connection loss, but the connection is still active, so this might come up again, or I might have just blown out his connection. I'm going to go look at chat while that's trying to recover. Is there a connection diagram in the booster's manual? No, there was not. William Dawson, if the booster was connected before and set up with IP address, you should be able to read its set IP address. I could do that if I could connect to a management interface of that device. I don't have a way of doing that. If we were to connect to the LAN port of the device, then the only way that's going to work is if we're on the same subnet as it, and we need to know its IP address or use its connection name if it has a way, like in a web browser, to connect to it by its name.
Well, it seems to me that you would have to be connected to the LAN port to be able to get to the interface, not to the WAN port.
Yes, agreed. And that's what I think I said that a couple times.
I got a pop-up on my computer saying it's almost time to restart. You can choose restart. I guess some update or something. Do I do that now?
Yeah, go ahead and restart it because I don't have remote connection to it anymore.
Okay, restart. It's doing update now. Some Windows 11 update. I saw it earlier.
All right. I'm going to catch up with chat here. What I would like to see someone create within Windows for this type of setup, I would like to see a wizard that very explicitly instruction at each point as to what a person is looking for to enter each step. Well, that sounds like the YouTube video that he went and looked at. This should be a wizard driven, so all the steps are in the correct order, but that's just me. Yeah, good luck for that. Ran Israel, just for good measure, connect to the other port on the booster and see what happens. Q Peter Gabriel, Sledgehammer. I'll bet that is something from the music industry. Intermute pictures of ports here. Yeah, the WAN port on the left, which he said was yellow, and the gray. Oh, gray WAN. These are both WAN ports.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting.
Connect the device to an internet router, gray LAN port. Here they're calling the gray one a LAN port. Here they're showing it as a WAN port. I think that might be
a gray one, like a PC if needed.
I think that's a typo here. I think this WAN should be LAN. Connect to other devices like a PC if needed. If you have additional devices that need to connect to a router gateway and no other ports are available, you can connect to your device to the port for internet access. Now, what Alex and I are saying that in order to connect to the programming interface for this device, we think we have to connect to the LAN port, which would be this one, LAN, not WAN.
You would get fed the network interface adapter.
Okay, single gateway setup. Connect
Well,
Ethernet.
I want to see something real quick. I got another internet cord, and I could connect it through my other internet cord that I have. I could connect. I have 2 adapters, so I got an extra internet cord. I could connect to it. So you want to try both at the same time? It's up to you, though.
Yeah, we don't want to connect to both the WAN port and the LAN port at the same time. I think we're fine without the second Ethernet cord. Now, let me finish what this is telling us. This is single gateway setup in this section, modem and router setup. Oh, okay, so if you have a modem and a router in your environment, the default setup that they want, or you have a router / modem device, they want you to connect to the WAN port. And on a modem and router device, they're also connecting to the WAN port of the cell booster. I don't know why they bothered distinguishing those two. Do not connect cell booster directly to your modem. Duh. Yeah, nothing there useful. All that this was useful is to show us those ports. And I think that's what it was given to us for. Oh, wrong computer. Dog, as far as the concept of more, better, faster using this method, I'm kind of puzzled. It's still coming from the sky, meaning potential phone internet connection speed. No, not coming from the sky. The cellular signal is going to AT&T's equipment. They're sending that out over the internet. And this AT&T cell phone booster can pick up that cellular signal over the wired internet and broadcast it through this device into the home. Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball, is that, what was that in reference to? But again, I'm a little fuzzy on what we're actually doing here. That's the FEMTA cell. This redirects cellular over internet, just like a VoIP. Well, okay, similar concept. Instead of voice over IP, this is cellular signals over IP. So I guess you could say that. It's a similarity. Yeah, we have such boosters at home for getting better cell signal indoors that works over the internet. Ethernet connects to the booster. You need internet. I missed part of this, so I'm not sure what the exact problem is. Router would go to WAN. Router would go to the WAN port of the cell booster, and a computer could plug into the LAN port if necessary to allow use of wired connection for the computer. Agreed. Cell phone uses the antenna on the device. Agreed. Oystein. Don't you want to connect to the WAN port on the booster to the internet router modem? Yeah. Connecting the WAN port on the booster to a LAN port on the router is the way that they want that this is usually done. We're not able to do it this time because Tim is not being allowed to connect this device to the router. He has a Wi-Fi signal, and so we're trying to get that internet signal to the WAN port of this booster. Ran Israel, let's see, that's good. Ran
Hey,
Israel.
Chris Garrett.
Hello.
Hey, Chris, you're welcome.
Am I coming through? Hello.
Yes, Chris, I hear you. Hello, Chris.
I joined the first time. I couldn't hear Zoom, but I joined again and it works.
Okay, you would.
All right, let me continue here. You need to set Ethernet 2 manually to 1. Oh, this looks useful. Well, okay, 1/24. All right, I get it. I'm liking that.
Hey, Doug, I just thought about this. In order for all this to work, since we're running it through his computer, the computer would have to stay on 24/7 So it makes more sense to me that if I was going to do something like this, I would have a dedicated device that would connect the dedicated block. Some little mini travel routers have multiple functions, and Wi-Fi to Ethernet is one of the functions. So I would recommend him use a device like that to connect to the, instead of using the computer, because the computer has to stay on all the time.
Yeah, I understand your reasoning there.
I'm ready for the code now.
Tim, are you aware that your computer has to stay on for you to get the advantages of this cell booster?
Yes, I do. I only use it during the day, and the nighttime I disconnect and turn it off, and I turn off my phone. So it's only during the day.
All right, and it's
And
only
I'm ready for the code now.
Oh, all right, a new code.
What were you saying, Doug?
I'll defer that a little bit. Let me get. I'm gonna go delete your previous connection and get you a code. I don't want to wait too long on getting you a code because there's a time limit. The new code is 833408.
Okay, downloading now.
All right. I'm going to continue with chat. Rand Israel, can you give me what the network mask is to achieve the 24-bit subnet? Not real good with that off the top of my head. Normally that's what you do. In this case, Mom does not want the booster on the router. Dog to Greg, I'm kind of confused. If the mom doesn't want his internet to go through the router, that's not what he's saying. Then why are we doing this? No matter what we're doing, it sounds like it's going to use the router. That's not what we're saying, Dog. It's not that Mom doesn't want his internet traffic to go through the router. It's that she doesn't want him connecting any device directly to the router. We're not going to try to explain to her that it's not a big deal. It's okay. Relax. She's just being a little erring on the side of caution on a technical issue that she's not acquainted with. She doesn't want anything being attached to it with a cable. Now, a cell phone booster is just that, an amplifier? No, it's not. That boosts the signals coming from the sky? No, it's not. Both receiving and sending? No, that's not what's going on here. This is not that kind of a cell phone booster. This is bringing signal that's coming over the internet and broadcasting that as a cell tower, the way I understand it. So, Dog, if you're going to argue with me on that, give me some backup for it, because I don't think you're correct about that. That is the normal terminology, like a cell phone repeater, a cellular service repeater. Would be that, and even the word booster. The word booster itself makes sense with what you're describing, but I don't believe that's what this is.
The if you still want that for the /24 subnet is 255.255.255.0.
Oh, all right.
3255.0.
All right.
And when you use that device connected to your home internet, you're not going to get 5G speeds.
Well, that could be, but he's already gets better. He gets 4 bars.
Actually, I get 5 bars. I get
5
full
bars,
signal
whatever
sharing.
it is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's used this before, and without it, he gets 2 bars. So that does sound worthwhile. Okay. Oh, what was that? ncpl.cpl, is that the way to get direct to it? Network control panel? No. NetCPL. I know we got people in the chat room that know that.
I'm back. I was watching a new Barbie movie and ate some popcorn, you guys.
All right. I'm so happy for you. Let's go this way. Oh, there it is. ncpa.cpl. I knew it was something like that. Thank you, Rand. ncpa.cpl. network certified public accountant dot control panel. Okay, so let's just go ahead and we'll try another sledgehammer here and put in that suggested IP address that somebody
Would it be
gave us
near
in
the
chat.
device?
What was that?
Wouldn't it be on as when you want to connect to, far as okay, you switch places?
Yeah, we're not changing the IP address of his Wi-Fi because that's how he connects to the internet. We're changing the Ethernet adapter that he's using, the IP address of the Ethernet adapter to what I suspect this would be is an IP address that is compatible with or on the same subnet as the WAN port of that cell booster device.
They just switched places from last time they displayed.
Yeah, okay, I got you. It used to be on the far right for the Ethernet adapter. All right, so that was 192.168.137.1. Really? Are you sure? Is that, it seems like the cell booster would be .1. If we set the Ethernet port on this laptop to be .1, they would be in conflict with each other. I would think this ought to be some